sending me another one. Okay, we are back on Radio 2BACR. And I'm trying to get some results through from the Australian titles last night. They will come through shortly, I hope. But look, here's the here we are. We've got Kris George online. We are on Radio 2BACR, 100.9 FM on the dial, and we got Kris George from Toowoomba online. Kris, thank you so much for coming on the show this morning.
No worries, Paul. Good to catch up with you again.
Kris, what a great career you had. You have retired, mate?
Yeah, still happily retired at the moment. Enjoying the good life.
Your career stemmed back to, the amateurs? What year was that you started?
Oh, I started pretty young. I was 11 years old.
Wow, 11 years old.
2000. And, yeah, did a bit of amateur boxing on and off for a few years. Turned pro when I was 20, just turned 23. I had a 6.5-year pro career ending when I was 29. And so that's all for now.
So fast forward, 16 pro fights and you've retired. You had a great career, mate. Just what titles did you grab again? Tell the viewers.
The first one I grabbed was the Queensland title against Ozan Craddock, undefeated fighter. Then I went on to win the WBA Oceania title at super lightweight. And then further on that, my biggest accomplishment was the Commonwealth belt. Took that off Cameron Hammond, who was at time 17-0, defended against Jack Brubaker, and then eventually lost it to Josh Kelly in England.
That was a great victory, that against Cameron Hammond. And Jack Brubaker, we're going to get to Jack because you fought Jack now. Jack's taken on Timothy Zhu on the 6th of December. What's Jack's chances against Timothy? You've been in there with Jack a couple of years ago now. It ended in a cut eye.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, mate. I know Tim has been coming along really well. He's improved a lot as I've watched him. Yeah, he was below us when me and Jack fought. He fought Wade Ryan, and at that time, had they have fought, I would have. Yeah, so when I fought Brubaker, Tim Zhu fought just before us. He fought Wade Ryan. And yeah, at that time, had the hands down, said Jack Brubaker would have beaten Tim Zhu at that point. Tim did get dropped in that fight in the first round and gave me a suspicion of it. Since then hasn't shown any weakness there or been tested in any manner that way, and I do believe his hand speed and his whole ring IQ has increased. So saying that, I would definitely call Tim Zhu the favourite in this fight, and I would be very surprised if he didn't win. But Jack, if he's motivated, he's got a lot to gain, a lot more to gain out of the fight than what I think Tim does, and that plays a big part in a fight. You never know what can happen. So it'll be a good fight, no doubt. It'll be a war. If I had to predict anything, I would say Tim will run away with a points decision. But Jack has the potential to test his chin again and make it a real dogfight. So it'll be a real good one to watch.
Okay, that's good thoughts on that fight. Now, I didn't want to bring this up, but your last fight, mate, against Kelly for the Commonwealth title, when you were defending it, you had both hands broken, was it? Both hands? My God.
Yeah, no excuses in that fight. I went there and I felt really good, and the first 2 rounds went to plan. I might have not won both rounds, but I was in the fight, and I knew that the back end of that fight was my time to shine. I knew the experience and my fitness and his lack of experience in the later rounds was key for me. So I was looking forward to lifting the pace really heavily in the back end of that fight, and unfortunately in the 3rd round, really badly broke my right hand, took it out of contention. Continued to fight and try and find something with the left hand, which I did land some shots with that left hand and sort of kept me going, but it wasn't enough. At that higher level and that closer fight, I needed everything working 100%. And then by round 6, my left hand broke as well. I carried a lot of damage into that fight in the first place. Sort of probably fought when in hindsight shouldn't have, but I had no excuses. Destiny was destiny for me in that night. That was what was meant to happen. I showed up there with 100% ready to go and feeling as best as I possibly could, and that was the destiny that was for me, and it really put a damper on me, and that's why I sort of retired and needed a big break from boxing. So that's where I'm at the moment.
Okay, and do you look like staying retired, Kris? That's the big question.
At the moment, I have. You could ask me every day and I'd have a different answer. I think you could ask me twice in one day I'd have a different answer. But right now, yeah, I'm still retired. I'm getting married early next year, so they've got that, the honeymoon, and a few things going with that. But after that, I do still like being in the gym. I've been sparring with Jamie Hilton in preparation for his fight here. Still moving well. I just haven't got the fitness factor, so it's not out of the question. I'm not completely out of shape. But at the moment, I'll just keep relaxing and not thinking about it.
Okay, now that you're an ex-pug, I want your thoughts on the Horn-Zerafa rematch. What do you think?
Yeah, I believe that Jeff will win the rematch. For a couple reasons. I always thought Jeff would win the first one. I was wrong there, but I've never seen Jeff fight that bad. Jeff had nothing to go for. The only other time it's fight that bad, it was probably, I predict that Jeff's going to come back and win the rematch. On that thought.
Okay, Kris, thanks for your comments on that. That's very interesting. Well, look, you had a great career, and if you you won, so be it, but got a beautiful looking girl over there you got to marry in
2 months or 3 months.
2 months time. All I can say is that's going to be your hardest fight, mate.
Yeah.
Absolute champion, Kris. Thanks for coming on Radio 2B ACR with Paul Nassari. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Paul. Cheers, mate.
And that was Kris George, great character. I know he's listening. Cheerio, Kris. We're going to a break. Do not go away.